All right, what's happening, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's been a busy 2 weeks. I know the content has been down. I'm working on that. We've had two back-to-back tournaments. Been really busy. It's been an absolute grind. There's no doubt about that. I've been tired. I've been trying to catch up on sleep the last 2 days. Today I'm having an off day. What I'm doing today is kind of regrouping, gathering some content, unloading all my SD cards onto my computer, saving them on a file, saving them on a hard drive. So it takes a little bit of time because I'm not going through each video and deleting any of the bad things or deleting any of the content that's just not good or not quality, because they're still from the last tournament, and it's really important because I need to use certain little pieces for when I make the video for, say, Lake Murray or for Santee Cooper. So I don't want to go deleting everything and wiping everything out, so I have to upload every single thing from day 1, day 2, day 3 in the water, plus, you know, just being at the house, the preparation, their time during practice and whatnot. So it takes a little bit of time. I've been spending a couple hours this morning getting all that saved onto a hard drive and whatnot. We're actually going to go out to the boat. I want to walk through a little bit of a line selection video, how I choose my line. I'm going to walk you guys through the certain sizes, the certain types of line, and basically what I use for certain applications. So I hope that helps you guys when you guys are on the market looking for certain types of line, whether you're trying to distinguish what type of line, what size line you need for certain baits. I'm hoping I can break it down for you guys in a very easy manner and allow you guys to make good and very efficient decisions when you are purchasing line the next time you take to the store. We're going to go on into a Bass Pro Shops, pick yourself up some Sunline, and I know you guys are going to love it. That's what I've been using all year long. So I'm going to make this video and walk through all the sizes that I do use and how it helps me on tour on the Bassmaster Elite Series. All right, so we got the truck, we got the boat. Like I said, we're taking it easy today, having a little off day, regrouping, getting things situated. And like I said, I'm going to break down for you the line that I do use. So as you can see, I got my Sunline braid right there. And then I also use this Bass Pro Shops bag, and I label it Sunline. I keep everything inside. All the line that I need is right there at my fingertips. Alright guys, so like I said, let's break it down. Basically the line that I use throughout the entire season. I try to keep it very simple, don't get too complicated and whatnot. But so far this year, this is everything that I have used, whether we started the year down in Florida, and then we went to South Carolina, and now we're actually down here in Alabama getting ready for the Lay Lake event. So let's start with the braid. When it comes to heavier braid, I use the Sunline FX2. This is 60, and then I also use 50. Easy way to break this down, 60 goes on the punching rigs, the really heavy flipping, and then 50 is going to go on anything moving that's around heavy cover. So that can be frogs, that could be speed worms, that could be buzz baits, anything that I potentially could get hung up in some cover. I make sure I put on the 50, that way I really know I can wrench those fish out and I never have anything to worry. Then when we downsize a little bit, I go down to the SX1. This is the 30-pound braid. This is basically only going to be for open water braided line fishing. So basically my top water setups are going to go on this. And it allows for a lot easier casting. It's a little bit thinner than, say, the 50 and the 60. And I do believe that I'm never going to get hung up on any cover, so I can downsize to that 30-pound, but still super strong and a very good line. Now we move to the spinning applications. Also using the SX1, this is actually 12-pound test. On my reels in my locker, I do have 16. I am all out of the 16 on me on the road. I happen to put it on every reel that I had, so that's why I'm just showing you the 12-pound spool, just to show you. I use the SX1. I use the high-vis yellow. I just, like everybody else, it's what they use nowadays, it seems like, and it's been a very good line. I haven't had any issues with braid breaking at all season long. And then we transition over to the fluorocarbon side. And like I said, I keep it all in this box. Alright guys, so here's my entire box of fluorocarbon. Keep it very easy and organized, and it makes it really efficient for any time that I have to go out there and respool my arc gravity reels. And that's key, so I can dive into this box really quick and easy. If I need Sunline Sniper and 16-pound test and I happen to use it all, I just remove it, I go get a new fresh one from the truck, and I'll slide it back into its spot. Makes for it real easy and makes it very efficient. But basically breaking it down, putting it as simple as possible for you guys who are in the market looking for some line. Sunline Sniper, that's basically my casting line, my moving bait line for the most part. And then the Sunline Shooter, as you can see, this is this whole bottom row. I have the shooter, and that's basically my dragging line. It is my flipping and pitching line. Anytime I'm going to prefer fluorocarbon over braid. And I carry it in multiple different sizes. The Sniper is in 10, 12, 16, and 20. I don't know how well you guys can see that. In the shooter, on the other hand, I carry in 10, 12, 16, 20, 22, and 25. As you can see right here, the 25 has not been opened. I haven't had to go that heavy this year. 22 has been plenty strong. But basically breaking it down, what I will use each one for. The Sniper in 10 and 12 pound test. Let's see what I have rigged in my boat. Let me think. I got a jerk bait right now, a mid-range crankbait tied on that, a finesse swim bait. So those are the style of baits that I'll throw on 10 and 12 pound test. Now when we bump over to 16 and 20, on the 16 I have a square bill, because I know I'm going to fish that in shallow cover, 3 feet or less, around potential rock, stumps, logs, trees, anything like that. I also have a bladed jig on 16. I have a spinner bait on 20 right now in the box, and then I also have a bigger swim bait on 20 pound test. As we transition over to the shooter, I mainly throw 20 pound shooter, and that's for flipping a jig, dragging a jig, dragging a Carolina rig, anything like that. But I will change some sizes in certain scenarios. The 22 gets the call if I'm fishing in some really heavy cover. If I'm flipping into thick trees, into the basis of trees, I'll bump up to the 22 pound shooter. Now the 16 pound shooter, on the other hand, does get the call a lot for more of a finesse style jig, a lighter Texas rig, maybe an 1/8 ounce or a 1/4 ounce, anything like that. And I also do carry 10 and 12 pound test, but I don't use those for flipping and dragging. I use them for moving baits, and that's where I do differentiate a little bit. 10 and 12 pound shooter is going to go on a jerk bait in a very heavy cover scenario, whether like I was at Lake Seminole, sort of jerk bait around some timber. Didn't want to have to worry about that jerk bait getting hung up when I had a fish on and potentially breaking off. That shooter is a lot stronger, it's more abrasion resistant, so I bumped up to the 12 pound shooter in that case versus the 12 pound Sniper. And then I'll also throw up north. When we start heading into smallmouth country, there's a lot of rock, a lot of cover, and I love slowly dragging, crawling, reeling, whatever you want to call it, a small swim bait. And I'll transition that over to 10 and 12 pound shooter versus 10 and 12 pound Sniper, just because I know I'm going to slow, steady roll that down in the rocks. That's how I break down each one. That's some of the baits I use on each one. I keep it pretty simple. And then the last but not least is the Crank FC. Unfortunately, haven't had a big use for that yet this year. It's a great offshore crankbait rod for, say, ledge fishing. We haven't done any of that this year, so I haven't really had a big need for it, but it does have its purpose, and it fits into its own category in addition to the Sunline Shooter and the Sunline Sniper. So that's how I basically break down my fluorocarbon selection. If you guys are heading to a Bass Pro Shops, be sure to pick yourself up some Sunline, whether it be the Sniper, whether it be Shooter, whether it be the Sunline Braid if you're going to be fishing around heavy cover. Check out this line. It's been an awesome line using all year long on the Bassmaster Elite Series, and I'm excited to continue to work with Sunline in the future and have a lot more tournament success using Sunline Sniper, Shooter, Sunline FX2, and SX1 Braid. Stay tuned, and also thank you guys for following along on the channel. Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe. We're going to be working on some more content coming your way. Just wanted to get you guys this quick tutorial video out on the Sunline that I choose and how I select my fluorocarbon and braid for certain applications. Thank you guys, I appreciate it.